am Marlow Felton.
I'm Chris Felton.
Welcome and thanks for joining us today. We're here to talk to you about how to avoid the holiday financial hangover.
Don't drink.
Don't drink. Don't drink and shop.
Don't drink during the holidays. That's the problem.
You know, we've all been there. We've gotten caught up in the moment and we go shopping and we get sucked into all the marketing and we want to get all these nice things and have a wonderful Christmas, which is important, of course. But then January comes and we get the credit card bill and we have buyer's remorse.
Why did I do that?
And we go into debt or we've spent more than we didn't and things just don't go the way we want to in January. So we'd like to help you avoid doing that. This is a great time of year to plan to avoid that holiday financial hangover.
Well, and you know, I think part of the problem is there's no like clear, concise goals. I mean, you and I talk about planning and goal setting, and you know, I remember back in the day I'd have these huge Christmases for my boys, and we didn't have a fun account. It was it just kind of points back to the black hole and the money coming in, the money going out. And since I've had a fun account, with you and with my boys, we just kind of do cool stuff throughout the year. And we create more memories than stuff. And then actually, Christmas isn't that big of a deal for them because there's so many other things that we do. And there's so many cool things we do throughout the year that we don't go over. And, if you don't have the money, don't spend it, right? And there was times when you and I were kind of lean and mean and we're struggling. And it was like, you know what? Because we didn't hit our goals or we're behind or we have debt or we have these financial challenges. Sorry, man. It's going to be a little painful, but Christmas isn't going to be that awesome this year. And even looking back on those years when we didn't do anything big, we still had a great time. It was more important to feel secure around money than to have a bunch of stuff.
Right, and we're going to share with you some ways to still make the holidays great, even if you don't have the money to have a great Christmas financially as far as buying lots of stuff. Christmas is about being together, enjoying people's company and making the most of it, because in those lean years when we really had to cut back, we had to get creative and enjoy Christmas without all the stuff. So if you're just joining us, I'm Marlow Felton.
I'm Marlow's husband.
And this is Chris. This is Chris, otherwise known as my husband. And we're here to share with you how to avoid the holiday financial hangover. So now is the time to start planning so you can avoid the pitfall of opening up the credit card statement in January and getting that knot in the pit of your stomach because you overspent. So Chris he mentioned earlier about one of the things that's really important is being crystal clear of your goals and dreams. So if you know where you're going and you have a financial goal of a savings amount or buying a new house or whatever, clear with that, then it's easier to go back when you're holiday shopping and say, you know what, I really like this and this would be a great present. However, Chris and I agreed that this was our goal and this doesn't tie into it. So maybe next year we can do something like that, but let's do a more scaled down version of that. So, really being clear with your goals and dreams is really important. And then also really remembering that ultimately your financial independence, your financial freedom is 10 times more important than that thing or that gadget or whatever it is that you think is so important to give someone for Christmas, because we've definitely been there. And I will tell you, financial independence is 10 times better than the next iPhone or the gadget or I mean, whatever it is, the toy that's so important. It really is. It's priceless. And so we're encouraging you to really keep that in mind as you're putting together your holiday budget.
Yeah, well, and one thing's kind of a quick rush. You get something and then it wears off. Where that financial security, that lasts. And that ongoing feeling is significant. But some of those years we had some pretty lame Christmases.
We did.
So, right? And
it's funny now.
And they were lean, but, just kind of sitting there, stewing in it a little bit. And I was a little irritated at myself because I didn't really deliver the goods, so to speak. That became very motivating. And when I did goal setting for the following year, I was like, all right, man, how do I want to feel next Christmas? Mm-hmm. What do I want that to be like? And as a lot of you guys know, I'm a huge visualizing guy. Visualization's so big, and just sitting back and just what do I want that Christmas to feel like? And it's Christmas 2018, and I'm like, man, that's awesome. And we're not that far from Christmas now, but we're far enough that you could even set some short-term goals to make sure that this is a rockin' right. Christmas, because a lot of people start chilling and cooling it, and our business has always done well December timeframe because we're still engaged. But I think that's right. That whole thing of how do I want to feel next Christmas? That was very motivating. And I remember when we actually got somewhat of a real Christmas tree. We used to have this lame.
Oh no! One year I have a silk plant, and I got one string of Christmas lights, and I put Christmas lights around the silk plant. And I'm like, Merry Christmas. There you go.
Christmas,
Merry
right?
freaking Christmas.
And I was just like, this is
wow, this
awesome.
is awesome.
This is cool.
But it was worth it. And I'll tell you, if you're just joining us, I'm Marlow Felton, and this is my husband, Chris Felton.
Yes.
Right? And we're here sharing with you how to avoid the holiday financial hangover. And one of the things that Chris was just talking about that's important to keep in mind is how, is realizing, is this a feeling temporary or is it permanent? And if the feeling of whatever it is you're going to buy for that gift, is it a temporary feeling that's going to fade away, or is it permanent? Because I'll tell you, financial independence and financial freedom can be permanent, and the feeling is 10 times greater. So keeping that into perspective. So one of the things that I do, if I get hit by the buy it now bug, which we all know what that feels like. We're like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. I have to have it.
Emotion goes up.
Yeah, emotion goes up. Intelligence goes down. And so I will wait a week before I actually buy it. So just take a deep breath and say, you know what, it's still going to be there a week from now. And take a week to cool off, and then see if it's still that important to you anymore. And sometimes it wears off, and then maybe you come up with something else that's not as expensive that you can use as a gift in exchange. So we're going to share with you a few things that we did in the lean years, and you can still do it because it's fun. Regardless of it, if it being a lean year or not, or if you're cutting back just to reach some goals and dreams faster, that's awesome. We encourage that. Some ways that you can enjoy the holidays for less money. So one of the things we've done in the past. No,
she's preparing me for my Christmas.
Yeah, Chris has no idea what I'm getting ready to say.
Because my dad used to say, you get a box of grape nuts and a lump of coal.
You're going to get a lump of coal and you're going to like it.
Box of grape nuts.
A box of grape. I mean, who doesn't want a box of grape nuts?
I would cry when he'd say that. Anyway, then he gave me a big old Bronco helmet.
Okay. So here's one thing that you can do, and it's really a lot of fun. You could drive through the neighborhood and enjoy the holiday lights, or find a neighborhood where they typically have a lot of holiday decorations. We've done that before. Where we used to live, it was... we
had to borrow money for the gas.
Yeah, you just need money for the gas. And, so...
We did it on a moped.
No, we didn't. That would get kind of cold.
Can you tell it's Friday?
It's Friday. We're a little punchy today. But anyway, just go for a holiday drive. It's a great way to spend a Friday or Saturday afternoon, evening. Obviously, when it's dark, it's much more enjoyable when it's dark. And, just look and enjoy the holiday lights. So, I've done this. We did this a few years ago. And this is always a nice surprise. Certainly don't make this the only thing you put in your partner's stocking. But I have made a list of everything that I'm grateful for in my husband. I've made a long list, typed it out or hand wrote it and put it in his stocking. And what a pleasant surprise on Christmas morning to open up your stocking and see a long list of all the things your spouse is grateful for.
All 4 things.
All 4. No, it was a long list. And
I put yours in a binder.
He did that one year. He put it in a binder. It was very sweet, and it's thoughtful. Yeah. It's something that's very thoughtful. Sometimes the more thoughtful gifts can mean the most. As Chris mentioned earlier, it's the memories that you want to create. So, obviously that wasn't the only thing that Chris got, but it's something to really just add some value and just something special to bring you closer together at Christmas time.
Yeah, because it's what's the famous quote, like, don't make the things you want forget about the things you got, so to speak. And Christmas is all about I need that and I want it, and you kind of forget about the things you have, the gold that's around you all the time, because you're so fixated on something that you think is going to make you happy, but probably won't long term.
Right. Yeah, so then the third thing you can do to have a great holiday on a budget, just to add value and really make the holidays special if you're saving up for something wonderful in the next year or two, and that is to treasure hunt in your house. Treasure hunt. So what does that look like? So there was a year when we were doing some cleaning out mid-year, and I stumbled across some things that I know Chris had forgotten about. One of them was something that his son had made for him, and it ended up in a storage box when we had moved, and he had forgotten about it, and I stumbled across it in our storage room, and I thought, oh gosh, Chris would really love to see this again. Mm-hmm. I'm going to wrap it up and I'm going to give it to him for Christmas. So I treasure hunted in our storage room for little keepsakes, things that meant a lot, and just wrapped it up and gave it to him for Christmas. Some other things that I've done is just taken, a piece of memorabilia, something that is thoughtful, that's special, and frame it, and put it in a frame, like the golf scorecard from the time that your husband got
the golf game was good.
When it was good, when your husband got that hole-in-one, which hasn't happened yet, but when it does happen, I am going to frame. I am going to frame that scorecard for my husband for Christmas.
All right.
So very cost-effective, but very thoughtful, very meaningful, and you would love that. Wouldn't you love that if I framed a scorecard with a hole-in-one on it?
I just want the freaking hole-in-one.
You just want the hole-in-one? Well, you get. Hopefully, you get what I'm.
As long as I don't have to buy drinks for everybody.
That's true. Yeah. So things like that that you can something you can frame or repurpose or do something special. I actually have a little something up my sleeve for this Christmas that I think is going to cost less than $10.
Thank God.
And I can guarantee you, Chris.
She really loves Christmas.
I do. I love Christmas, and Chris is going to love it. He might even start crying. It's going to be so sweet, and I hope I don't want to give it away because I'm so excited about it.
Why do I find out about everything on Facebook Live? This isn't for you guys.
It's for us.
This is for us to tell each other what's.
But seriously, this gift is going to cost less than $10. And it's going to mean a lot for both of us. So it's actually going to be a gift for both of us. Less than $10. Both of us may just start crying. It's so special. So really,
is it hair in a bag?
Here, I'll give you some of my hair. Honey, I'll give up my hair. I'll give up my hair so you can have some for Christmas.
That looks like someone else's due right there.
Here, I'll give you.
All right, we're never doing a Friday afternoon Facebook Live.
We are completely sober, in case you're wondering.
We are sober.
We are, absolutely. Oh my gosh. So anyway, if you're just joining us, I'm Marlow Felton. And this is my husband, Chris Felton. And we're sharing with you how to avoid the holiday financial hangover. So I'm just going to recap here. Make sure that you have your goals and dreams set. You're crystal clear on what that is. That's going to help you avoid overspending the holidays. Set your budget. Come up with some creative ideas of how to enjoy the holidays for less. I've given you 3 great ideas. Holiday light driving, gratitude list, and your partner's stocking and treasure hunting in your own house, repurposing, framing, doing something low cost of something that really means a lot. And we'll let you know after Christmas. Maybe we'll do a live unwrapping of this present at Christmas time, and you guys can see what this gift is that I'm getting for us. That's
hair in a bag.
That's going to be less than $10, and it's probably going to make both of us cry. It's not hair in a bag.
Well, no, and I mean, I think for me, the overall theme is, if you knocked it out of the park, one of our wealthy mentors taught us, you got to kind of have a reward and punishment system, right? So if you rocked it, have a lights out Christmas. If you didn't, don't have a lights out Christmas. And I've done that. I didn't have a great year. Our business didn't do well, but still went big at Christmas time, which was dumb. And, just if you did it, then that's very motivating to have a world-class kind of crazy, phenomenal Christmas. And you just know it. It's because you just crushed it. You don't want to have a Griswold Christmas.
Right. And one of my favorite sayings is, don't fall into the I deserve it trap.
Yep.
When you say to yourself, I deserve to have a great Christmas. Yes, you do, but you deserve to be financially independent more. And that's 10 times more important.
One lasts and one doesn't.
Yes, absolutely. It lasts forever. And just remember that is absolutely priceless. So thanks for joining us. And if you would like to learn how to join our private mastermind group, click the link.
Ooh, I love mastermind groups.
I know. We love mastermind groups. So you'll learn a little bit about our private mastermind group that you can be a part of. So thanks for joining us, and have a great Thanksgiving.